us, and we have the elites. And Armstrong Slepo is the leader of the commoners. But it's great to be here this morning to serve you breakfast up to 10 o'clock this morning. I know a lot of questions been coming, but in subsequent time, you will get the answers to your questions. But again, it is a wonderful thing when you wake up in the morning and have life. So like I always say, give God a praise. And once you wake up in the morning, because the news we receive these days about deaths, I mean, they are very scaring, and just in a week or two, you and someone will interact, be together. The next thing you will see in the morning on Facebook is RRP. So, I mean, this is becoming unbecoming. So, once you wake up in the morning and see, the daylight, you give God the glory. So, we want to say we are thankful to the Almighty for giving us the opportunity to see another brand new day. Today is Thursday, the 19th day of September 2024, and September. I see why I'm still happy, because we are still in the month of September, the birth month of kings and queens. And just 2 days ago, my daughter celebrated her birthday. Myself did that a week and 2 days ago. So, and all of our other September families who are celebrating today, want to wish all of you the best. Dina Hammer is celebrating today on the 19th. Yes, good morning to you, Dina, and all of you who are celebrating on today. We wish all of you the very best. And again, to the folks, our colleagues and friends who are also graduating from the University of Liberia, we want to wish all of you the best. Rima Gajo, congratulations to you. Aaron Kuban, congratulations to you. Winston Bladding, congratulations. I will soon be here in content, because I forget about some people's names. So yes, I can't remember all the names, but I want to say bravo to all of you. You are making our media industry proud. We are proud of you. We wish you all the best. Yes, come now and contribute more than what you've been doing. We are proud of all of you. And tomorrow, a lot of our colleagues again. I know some are coming out today, but on tomorrow, the 20th, from the graduate program, a lot of our other friends are coming up. Some even from the law school. Musa Kenneth of Truth FM. We want to say congratulations to you, Musa. I mean, we've known you over the period of time to be a man with a huge level of resilience. We want to tell you we are proud of you. Bravo to you on your feet. We are proud of you. And Grace Guy, Mrs. Grace Guy, congratulations to you as well. You'll be coming out tomorrow with a master's degree. We're also proud of you, and come and contribute more to the Liberian society. We're just hoping that when our government see our young people striving for education, they too will be striving to ensure that when they acquire the education, they can get the relevant jobs to do, so that they can contribute to their family and the Liberian society at large. Good morning to you, Ansu.
Thank you. Good morning again, Marka, and good morning to our listeners. Those always tuning in at this time to monitor the True Breakfast Show. We say good morning. It is a wet day in Pingsville City, so I don't know, maybe your district, your county is like. But good morning to all of you. Good morning to those of you afar as of Sevalon, Ivory Coast, the Bulldogs in the Guinea border. Say good morning there. Welcome to the Thursday edition for the True Breakfast Show. We are here for now, straight up to 10 o'clock here, discussing national issues, especially training issues affecting our country.
Thank you. But the challenge now is, have you seen this challenge? Good morning, CEO and TG likability. But like
challenge accepted.
No time.
No time.
Liability.
Liability.
One of the youngest CEOs in the Republic of Liberia, very engaged into
the guys that go on Facebook
activities that promote young people. We are proud of you, like. But they challenge you yourself, yeah, now easy.
That's for the challenge accepted. You guys can go on Facebook, go. Yeah.
Yeah, I tell you. Yeah, so let's bring you with not much time to waste. Let's bring you the lineup.
Hmm.
Let's bring you the lineup this morning of the TBS here on Truth 96.1 FM, the heart and soul of Liberia. This is where national unity begins. This morning on the breakfast table here at the Renaissance Communications Incorporated. This show is proudly sponsored by Orange Liberia and EcoBank Liberia Limited, the Pan African Bank. These are the biggest companies in their own industries and their own sectors. You can do business with them and you will never regret it. So, coming up shortly will be the health tips with David Coty, just for 5 minutes to give us some tips on health issues this morning on the TBS. That will be followed by the review of the local dailies. Good morning, the editor in chief at Daily Observer newspaper, William Hammer. Please send the papers. And good morning to Madam Helena Sami. Also, you need to do just that as well. And to Mr. Alfonso Tue, former president, we are best media friend in the Republic of Liberia. Please do the needful with the New Republic newspaper. So after David Coty's health tips, we'll bring you the review of the local dailies. In our studio chat this morning, a lot to talk about. Again, the Foreign Minister, Sarah Besloyanti, will be attending the Women's Foreign Ministers Conference in Canada. We'll talk a bit about that. The intent is to continue to give women the space to leverage the potential of women in national, regional, and global leadership. So we want to say that we'll talk about that this morning. Again, a Guinean man arrested at the Liberia Guinea border on charges of attempting to stage a coup in Guinea. The charges are right here in our discussion. We'll bring them out to you this morning on the TBS. And again, one of the key issues this morning on our plate is the issue of FGM. And thanks for that, the Ministry of Gender, Children, and Social Protection released a press statement condemning two activities or incidents, if you may, in Nimba and Margibi County. We've been watching them live on online television providers where they are celebrating with the young babies. They say they are graduating from the Sandy Bush. Well, we'll talk about it. We'll talk about it. So at 8:15, we open the lines to have your interaction on our talking points this morning. The segment is called Talk to Your Leaders, but we give you the opportunity to interact with us on the talking points this morning at 8:30. Moses Wonsia and Emmanuel Biago will be here. They are from an independent group that is so concerned about people who are targeting people's characters. They are against character defamation, other misinformation about people's characters and all of that. They will come here this morning to provide to the public the work they've been doing in the country and how are their workings beneficiary to the country at large. So we'll have them here up to at least 10 after 9 or 9:15 thereabout. We'll bring you sports, entertainment, and commercials brought to you by Orange Liberia and EcoBank Liberia Limited. That will be followed at 9:20 to 10 o'clock. We will discuss the latest President Meter report by Neighborhood Partner for Democratic Development. They brought up that report a couple of days ago or just yesterday, stating that the government has completed 3.55%, if I'm correct, of the 119 promises made during the campaign. So NEMOT is headed by Eddie Jaworo. If you have we have the opportunity during the course of the discussion, we place a call to Eddie, to give us some of the measures used in bringing up these reports. So we are hoping that Eddie Jaworo will pick our call maybe around 9:30, okay, to talk about that. And after that, we'll have some interaction with the public on the latest President Meter report as released by Neighborhood Partner for Democratic Development. So in the midst of all country first, this is the show for you this morning.
Yes, so that's it. That sounds very good. A very nice one indeed for you to have breakfast with us this morning. So I don't know what exactly you're waiting for. to just make the sound of your sound system. You're monitoring us from very loud this morning because yeah, we have something good on table for you this morning. For now, straight up to 10 o'clock. But as you said, we wait on Kuti. They will put the join us shortly for health tip on the program. So, a lot of issues, things happening across our country, and in which we will definitely talk about this morning here on the Truth Breakfast Show. So that as soon as we get signal from that Kuti, we will be leaving our studio to join for health tip on the program this morning.
Yes, Mr. Koti, even though I'm very angry with you by referring to me as one of your poor friends in Liberia, I'm taking that issue very personal, even though you settle on the gentleman's agreement, which I appreciate you. But this issue, and I'm not going to invite Harvard Care to intervene in this matter because Harvard Care is compromised. You understand? Harvard is compromised. Good morning.
Good morning, Ambassador Davis, and good morning to you. And let me tell you something. The last time some girls were calling my friend, the little girl, a handsome man, when he visited me here. And I asked them, I said to them, but you have never called me handsome one day. My friend came to my yard and you calling him fine man. Am I not fine? They said, but because of when I lie. Which means I'm not fine. And when I told you about it, you started laughing. So when you pull, I'm not talking, look, I'm not going to the health man. Yeah. Stroke is our topic today. I'm sure, Marka and Ansu, you have seen people in your community and somewhere around or in a hospital who are disabled permanently. And that's because of one bad word, stroke. Millions of people are crippled around the world today because of stroke. It is the leading cause of disability. Now, stroke is when blood cannot reach your brain. And don't get confused. I told you before that when blood cannot reach your heart muscles, you will have heart attack. But this one here is when the blood cannot reach your brain. This is why it is called brain attack sometimes, because the blood vessels can be narrow or blocked. Now, it can lead to coma. It can lead to permanent disability or even death. This is why I have always told you to be very careful with your blood pressure. Now, the causes of stroke are number one, high blood pressure. Some people during the whole week, but they don't even care to check the blood pressure. I'll give you a whole detail about how you should do it before, and I'm going to do it again. The hospital is not the best place to do your blood pressure. You can do it there once in a while, but at home, check it always. High blood pressure is one of the causes of stroke. Number two, diabetes is also the cause of stroke. Too much sugar in your body. Check your blood sugar. It's important. Number three, high cholesterol. Cholesterol is fatty deposit in the blood vessels. To those of you who can eat anything eat your food of meat, slow down a little bit. Too much of meat, slow down. Eat fish, eat vegetables. Your food, everything, cow, goat, pig, stop it small. Number four, smoking. Smoking is also one of the reasons why people have stroke. You got to stop it. Another reason for stroke is second-hand smoke exposure. If you cannot smoke, do not sit around people who are smoking. It is called second-hand exposure. You got to stop it. And to your parents, you around your children, if you don't want to stop smoking, don't smoke around your children. You are giving them some serious problem, maybe unknown to yourself. That second-hand smoking is very bad. So, actually, the government even enforced this law that people should not smoke in public places. I went to buy car tire from somewhere, I'm not going to name the place. In that particular store, my friend, you enter, you smoke, you stop it. The symptoms. What can you see to show that, or to prove that you have a problem with stroke, and you must go to the hospital quickly and check? Number one, having trouble walking. Sometimes you walking, if you're not close to a wall, you will just stumble, and if you're not careful when you fall, my friend, it's dangerous. So when you have trouble walking, that's a sign of stroke. Having trouble speaking is also a sign of stroke. The loss of memory, you forget. Sometimes you're sitting outside, you want to go in a room to pick up your car key or something. By the time you enter the room, you forget to open what brought you here, man. And then when you come back outside, you think about it and you go back. I'm not saying it doesn't happen normally. It can happen normally. But when it is consistent, once in a while you forget, that's not bad. But when it is consistent, always happening to you, go to the hospital and check. Number five, and the last one on that one, I know you want to play your in the 7 stuff. Now, numbness of the face, arm, or legs. When you start to feel numb on the face, on one side, start to get numb. Be careful. Don't just sit there and say it's numb. Go to the hospital. Remember this. Brush your teeth for 2 minutes always. The brushing of your teeth in the morning or in the evening is not a hurry matter. When you just jump in the bathroom, you finish. No. Scientifically, they say you must brush your teeth for 2 minutes always. Brush it up and down. Use a dental floss to clean between your teeth. If the particles that are between your teeth there, some of you 10 years, 15 years have been there, you don't even know. Clean between your teeth with dental floss. Do not keep one toothbrush for more than 3 months. No. The bristles will not be effective.
Okay.
You gotta, no. All right. Do not use hard toothbrush. When you use hard toothbrush, you will destroy your enamel and your gum. Thank you very much for the time.
Thank you very much, David Coty, for joining us with the health tips this morning. It is a regular feature here, making impact here on the show. Let's go for the review of the local dailies. And so our first start this morning is the Inquirer newspaper. And the lead story on the front page of the Inquirer newspaper: who is interfering with Barbo's gruesome murder trial? Well, it's a question mark right here on the Inquirer newspaper. Who is interfering with Barbo's gruesome murder trial? The GSC audit reveals COVID response funds remitted to government's account. Well, that's good of the incident management system. That's a sub-lead story on the front page of the Inquirer newspaper. More stories: delayed scholarship payment hampers UMU operations as university faces indefinite closure over prolonged indebtedness. Wow, that's a major news in education. And let's go to the back page of the Inquirer newspaper. Lead change, draft progress. Data content inspires UL graduates. Is sorry for that. Is another lead story on the back page. But this one said mixed results in Buakai's performance. Naval calls for faster reforms. Yes, that does it for the review of the Inquirer newspaper.
Yes, in my possession this morning is the Heritage newspaper. The front page says here, from July 1, 2017 to December 31, 2021, AG report flags on Ministry of Internal Affairs mixed management of CDF and SDF over UX 15 million. That is the Auditor General reports on the Ministry of Internal Affairs County Development Fund and Social Development Fund. And then stay on now the front page of the Heritage newspaper. Health Minister, U.S. Ambassador visit medical facilities. The back page of the Heritage newspaper: CBL Hawks over the content withdrawal. CBL Hawks over the content withdrawal. So we see Barbados County Senator is right here, and former CBL boss is also on the back page for the Heritage newspaper. President Borga delivered on 3 out of 119 promises. President Borga delivered on 3 out of 119 promises. right here. Number box is also here on the back page of the Heritage newspaper.
Yeah, so finally is the independent newspaper from my end to support government's quest for seat at UN. Lema Bowie agrees as ECOWAS backs Liberia. Well, that's a good news for Liberia. Nobel Peace Prize winner Lema Bowie agrees to support Liberia as ECOWAS backs Liberia to get a slot on the UN Security Council as a non-permanent member. And the sub-lead story on the front page of the Independent newspaper: 534 high schools results withheld as academic malpractices engulf WAS. Yeah, so that's it for the review of the local dailies, the few papers we got this morning. Thanks to all of you for following. Again, let's bring you our talking points just briefly because of time. So we will not be too detailed about some of the talking points, but we hope to touch most of them to begin with. And let's start again. Thanks for following this morning. Thanks for joining. All of you who are following us online, we are proud of you, and those following us by radio across the country. We are also very much proud of you. So let's bring you our studio chat this morning. The talking points. The first one we mentioned about the foreign ministers um, forming part of the conference in Canada. So that conference is starting today, the 19th, up till tomorrow in Toronto, Canada. And the aim of the conference is to address the most pressing global challenges and strengthen the influence of women in the global diplomacy. And I think this is welcoming. Again, like we've said over the period of time, let me say kudos to President Joseph Boakai. We've seen the president express his will towards empowering women to participate in governance, especially at a very high level. For example, Madam Sarah Beslo Yanti as Minister of Foreign Affairs. Recently, we saw the nomination and the sitting ceremony of another Associate Justice of the Supreme Court, also a female, and that is very important. We've seen a woman as health minister, a woman as education minister, and several other top positions in government are being occupied by women, and that is the show of a practical show of when you say gender equality. So we want to thank the president for that. Again, I want to call the foreign minister as you go to represent not just the women of Liberia, but the country as a whole. We are hoping, obviously, we have said over the period of time that we trust you can do the work. We're hoping that you will present the plight of women of Liberia before your colleagues, your counterparts in Toronto, to ensure that there can be some level of impact on the lives of women in the country at large after these engagements. So we wish you all the best as you go to discuss some of the very, very high core issues affecting women and how women can rise up to the occasion to take the lead, not just regionally but globally, to become leaders. I mean, Liberia has been a good example over the period of time. We were able to brave the storm to elect the first woman as president in Africa. And again, there you are as foreign minister of the Republic and making some headway. So we want to urge you and wish you well as you go to take part of or to form part of that conference in Canada.
Yes, and definitely that support you again. Marka, I can remember when this minister were appointed by the president, there was a lot of mixed information, a lot of controversy surrounding her appointment. And then I can still remember you and O'Neill, took it and knowing very well that, shooting a police has everything and be too trusting her. So I think that you should proving why were given such opportunity to serve our country with the connection being out there. So as you said, we hope our women benefit from some of this engagement, some of the interaction, because I've been following her for the past months since this government took over. She have already been out there, representing our country. So we pray for the best indeed. And like I always tell people, let's wait and see. And I'm very sure that maybe the next 1 or 2 years from now, all this engagement by our leaders, our stakeholders going out there to represent our country, I still believe that there are still good things out there for our country to benefit from.
Absolutely. Thank you on that. Yes, we are getting this news that a man has been arrested. He is believed to be a Guinean national, and he is Ibrahima Khalid Sharif. That's the name. They say he was arrested reportedly attempting to overthrow the military government in Guinea. That's a big, big, big.
That military man.
Yes, Dumbuya. Yes, Dumbuya. Mamadi Dumbuya, the president of
Oh,
the Republic of Guinea. So we want to say thanks to the Liberian security forces.
mhm.
The essence of forming sub-regional, regional, and global blocks is because of coordination. The biggest threat we have is the issue of insecurity, is the issue of let me say, war,
Mm.
invasion, and all of these things. So the reason of regional and sub-regional blocks, like, for example, the Mano River Union, the ECOWAS, is to ensure that we protect each other as a people and as a region. So we want to appreciate the Liberian security sector for this. This man, according to preliminary investigation report, the charges that he is facing currently include include mercenary, armed insurrection. That means you almost want to carry war to the people country.
Mhm.
Criminal facilitation, criminal conspiracy, criminal solicitation, and paramilitary activities. So all these things are related to crime that has the propensity to cause chaos, to
Yeah,
cause
he's a
war.
former general, though.
Yeah, because if you
So
yeah, imagine that. So
yeah.
if you go now to attempt to overthrow the current administration and resistance come from there, and most of the time these things happen, the surveillance feel the weight. you
Yes.
know.
Yes.
So we want to appreciate the Liberian government for intervening in that manner to ensure that there was no trouble in our neighborhood.
It's not going.
Yeah.
Would the team over to Guinea or to UN
Well,
to
so
ECOWAS?
so as it is reported,
Yeah.
he was initially sent to the Monrovia City Court. We understand that the judge, the magistrate judge there, or the magistrate there, has turned him over to a criminal court A because of jurisdictional issue.
Okay.
Yes, so that case fall under the jurisdiction of that court. So legally, I don't know what the outcome will be, whether it will be that he will go to face trial in Guinea or here. So let's wait until all of the legal issues can unfold, and then we will know what happens. But the good thing is that let us be our brothers keepers,
Mm.
because if there's trouble in Guinea, Liberia will be affected one way or the other.
Yes.
So, and you understand, when there were troubles in Liberia, Guinea was affected. At the end of the day, they became grounds for refugees and all of that extra economic burden on the country. Sometimes even it affects citizens physically, it affect the economy greatly.
Mhm.
So we are hoping that this kind of collaboration will continue to exist amongst the ECOWAS nations, the Mano River Union nations, to ensure that we can safeguard our region and our sub-region. Peace and stability is all we stand for. So yes, this is good news. We hope that you face the full weight of the law. Um, I know there are a lot of Guineans who want the country to return to civilian rule. However, an election should be organized and the people go to vote their leader. It should not be about coup after coup, that coup after coup. So we cannot continue with that.
Yes, and that shows such a situation being exposed. All these things will be exposed because our people are waiting, but they're not ready for such now.
Yeah.
Guinea, Sierra Leone, Liberia went through this thing about war for the past years. So our mothers now, they praying day and night, across here. So I don't think that they are waiting for such. And so all these things will be exposed. Let's see how best, as you said, how our country can handle it here, and then. But we thank God, thank you that he was exposed. Yeah, and he knows the reason why, because I actually believe that he knows that Liberia or Guinea, that's several people for the water.
Okay, that's good. Breaking news: police in Camp Nema County have reportedly arrested a 14-year-old boy who allegedly killed a 30-year-old man in the county recently. The boy killed the 30-year-old man, according to the report from DN News Liberia, by stabbing him multiple times for complaining him to his parents for wrongdoings. Yeah. There's the and I can go tell my mom say, and I can go tell my papa say that. So I mean, this is sad news. However, thanks to the security
14-year-old
forces,
boy killed 30
30
years
year
old.
old man for regularly laying a complaint to his parents, just to bring him to order. Well, this
So,
is what it is. Let's wait for the outcome of the investigation and maybe court trial and whatever. Then we can
but
say
I
no. But
tell the
that's it.
world, you know,
Yeah,
the world we are in,
it's
yeah.
terrible. Stopping the met multiple times. That's a very big news, and we
We
are
saw
very
some
sorry.
our children
Yeah,
thinking,
it's not easy.
yeah, the brothers and thinking, or young brothers and thinking,
Yeah, it's not
yeah,
easy.
14-year-old man.
Yeah, so we'll just use at least 1 or 2 minutes to talk briefly about this FGM issue. I was in the newsroom when I saw the video, trending on the social media with people celebrating. But what broke my heart the most, Ansu, is that uh, the babies, some have not even crawled, some are walking babies, the
Mm.
rest small children, and they took them and carried them in the bush. I know there are some people who will say, "Oh, these things are traditional and cultural issues." So we are Africans. Yeah, we agree, but look, institutions that have been advocating for the eradication of FDM, that is female genital mutilation or women's circumcision,
Mm.
is they are doing. They are not saying that we should abort the culture of, maybe you call it bush school, but the thing is, the practice of the female genital mutilation should not be done because they are concerned that safety matters. People have at stake because nobody knows the condition of whatever materials that are being used and whatever they perform. Again, they've also talked about the issue of consent. And so if Marka Davis want to take a decision in the future about anything,
Mhm.
let me reach the age of maybe 18
Okay.
and agree that yes, I want to take this decision. But for you, our mothers, I'm saying it very respectfully because it is our long-standing tradition. However, we believe that it's been hurting our people, it's been hurting our women. The aftermath of some of these practices are very serious. They have health complications. I would not even say implications, complications.
Mhm.
There are complications after some of these things. It has been reported that some women after that practice cannot give birth. Some have come out with cancer cases, and different medical conditions. In fact, there are reports that even people have died in the process. In the process. So can we do this traditional Sunday thing without genital mutilation? These are some of the key issues that the institutions that are advocating against it are saying. They are not saying, "Oh, you should not go in the bush and teach your girls how to be a good housewife, how
Mhm.
to become a decent woman in the community, this and that." It is not the issue that we are against as people or as advocates. Our issue is the part of the genital mutilation. What processes are you using? What the procedures you are using? We understand some of these practices are done using, some traditional, instruments and all of that. HIV and AIDS,
Mhm.
other blood transmitted diseases have been coming through these things. I know people will say, "Oh, Marka, these things are African traditional issues and all of that." I agree. But the truth is, for me, I'm not saying they should not go to the bush school and teach the women. I am saying they should stop the mutilation. That's what they call the female circumcision. That's it clearly that the people understand. Let them stop circumcising the women. Because the reason is, for example, if a woman wants circumcision, that will be 18 years when I agree, say I want it. But you can't go take my three year old child, 9 month old baby, and carry her in the bush and do that thing to her with instruments that I'm not sure whether they are even safe. What happens if that child come out with cancer forever? What happens if that child has complications that lead to not being able to bear children? You understand? So these are some of the key issues we're talking about. It's not about we don't want for African tradition to exist. We support the African tradition. Y'all say that Bush school, y'all can go and teach the children from. Y'all teach the children and stop circumcising them. That's what we are saying. That's what we are saying. Because the instrument you are using, we are not sure the safety of them. And there have been reports over the period of time that people have come from there with medical issues. These are our problems. So we want to call, like the Minister of Gender said, I even want to read a ministry statement.
Okay.
Yes, I want to read a ministry statement. The minister said that they are calling on the relevant authorities of government and civil society organization to investigate the recent report of graduation ceremonies. We saw it on live TV. We saw it on live TV. People celebrating the young baby in their hair like this, bringing them from the bush.
The society thing.
Yeah, I'm telling you.
On the internet.
On the internet. On the internet. 3-month-old baby,
Yeah.
6-month-old baby, 9-month-old baby, 3-year-old walking children. What these children know? Even if we say you carry them to teach them, when that child reach even 16, they would never understand what happened in that bush. The only impact they will carry that circumcision you have done to them. That's the only thing they will carry. So we should stop this thing. So we calling on, I'm reading the statement again. I'm calling on the Ministry of Gender to take the appropriate, you're calling on other authorities, but you are one of the authorities. Minister of Gender, good morning to you, Minister Bemi Harris Colley. I get that, I'm getting your name correctly. You are one of the authorities, the Ministry of Internal Affairs, the National Traditional Council, or whatever they call it, the National Council of Chief and Elders. You need to take action. We remember the government took action to ban female circumcision. But what we are seeing on the internet happening in my own neighbor county and happening in Mama Gibi county, we are right here. It's uncalled for, and the appropriate actions should be taken. So let's take a couple of calls as we expect our guests to enter studio. For the women, call 0770202579. If anybody getting vexed with me, please don't get vexed with me. I'm not saying we should abort our African tradition. I'm saying we should stop women's circumcision until the woman agree to it. Let the woman agree to it. And we should improve on the methods we use. These are some of the things we are talking about. So for the women, call 0770202579. Again, women, 0770202579. For the men, you can call 0777285961. Let me take the first caller right here. Good morning.
Good morning, Marka.
Good morning.
Your co-host. My name is Lucy, and I call from New Asia this morning.
Good morning, Noah.
Marka, I have not been to the Science Society. I'm not planning to go there. But I respect tradition because it was the first education our parents received.
Mm-hmm.
When you go to Kenya, the people still respect their culture, right? You can't go like prayer want to put away culture because of this. I don't have problem like that. I don't know if you have been there, you know, they can circumcise female. Because you explain that you have been there. You have not been there, how you know they can circumcise female?
Well, we've been reading extensively about these things, Noah. So you listen to my explanation. You listen to. All right. Thank you, Neo. Thank you. Good morning.
Good morning, Marka.
Yeah, get vessel. Good morning. Go ahead. Why you go take somebody 3-month-old baby? You go carry. Why the person can't agree to go there by themselves? Go ahead.
My name is Grace. I come from Kongwata.
Go ahead, Grace.
You know, what you're discussing is very much important, and I 100% agree with you. It is better the person reach the age of 18, let them decide whether they will do or not.
Exactly.
But we were small. Then for me, I was at 9 years, maybe 10 years when my parents carried me. So whatever I learned, I can't even remember it.
Mm-hmm.
I can't remember whatever I learned there, but at least if the person reach the age of 18, then the one will decide whether I like it or not. When the person go there, everything that the person will be, because they will understand. But we were small when they were doing understood nothing. Even if they ask me, I will not explain anything to you. What they will use to do there, what they will not use to do there, I will not explain. So let the person reach the age of 18, they agree. Before they go that one, when you come in for that, now your husband waiting for you to marry, because someone is in there. When they take you from the bush, you will marry to your husband.
Mm-hmm.
When you leave from the bush, and your husband waiting for you, because after you're 18 years, you know what good for you.
Exactly.
So I 100% agree with you, Papa.
Thank you so much. Let's take the next call. Please call up your radio, please.
Hello?
Good morning.
Hello?
Hello?
Good morning. You're live. Go ahead.
Yeah, hello?
Good morning. Go ahead.
Good morning. Okay. This is spiritual calling you from Connellsville.
Let's hear you, ma.
Mama, I want to say thank you to you and your brother in the studio there. Some of the people that are going, that carrying the children in the bush, they don't know the ginger of it. I am a nurse. I can do it. I want to say tradition, you be behind tradition until you die. But I don't put tradition there. They take in case you say you can be the way you can second star. They can second star there. Look at I'm a nurse. I'm going to do a patient. The woman that got cattle between her foot and the woman I don't have. That one I have a cattle, she went to never and she went around. Wow, I feel from me to tell me off. Everyone, when check out, you see the child here more pretty. So when I'm talking about this, she don't even know what she's talking about. So you're taking, you're preaching. Some of the people that came and joined the Buddha, they don't even know. They don't even know that you said that child, I think, having the children. What do you mean by that kind of thing? I'm sorry, thank you so much. God bless you.
Okay, thank you. They are, I mean, we're giving the women more priority. Good morning.
Good morning.
Oh, that a female line you came on. Oh, please, that wrong line. Let's take this one. Good morning.
Yeah, good morning, Marka.
Morning.
Yep.
You felt with me too? You felt with me too?
People are talking because of ignorance. You can't talk that you want to talk about business. The woman says she's now being there. Some of our being there, we know what we went through, we know the trauma we're going through.
Yes, anything? Yes, go ahead. I don't know why your call is dropping. Madam Pabai. I'm sorry. Maybe you can call back. Let me take the. Do we have our guest there? Okay, not yet. Okay, yes, let's continue. This discussion is very important. Let's talk about it. Somebody say I'm trying to do away with African culture. If you listen to my presentation, I was very clear that we are not against it, but we should let people reach the age and agree to do it, and then they go ahead and do it. Good morning.
Yeah, Marka, good morning.
Good morning. Go ahead quickly, sir.
Yeah, thank you. I'm Lawrence Spencer, and I'm listening to your mother.
Let's hear you, Lawrence.
Thank you for your talking. I agree with you, Marka. Most especially as it relates to that religion and that might be. It's very wrong. Like you said it right. I mean, the children can barely understand anything. So before like you put in the go to educate them about society norms, I mean, like you said, for me, I see no reason because children are only age as low as 2 years. I mean, what understanding will they have by the time they get into 20? I can put it. I mean, the only impact that portion around if they have is the bag of the morning or the bag of them or so forth. So we join you this morning to educate our people. Not that we are doing the culture, but some of us grow up with children. I mean, we saw the video of these things. It's just that we say that this particular people there, they are very proving that it's not safe for our children. Some of them will not dress children, okay? So, I mean, for us to see, our tradition, for children outside is that good. So, it's not that anybody saying that we should go our portion go. So, I don't want to join you to re-echo that. The father has to be with some position. The father we all say is that good. We should do away with it and go our portion.
Thank you, Spencer, for joining us. Good morning. Good morning. Oh, the calls are so many onto. Yeah. Let me see. Somebody wants to make a contribution. Oh, Meli Pa wants to talk something. Good morning. Go ahead, my young man. Go ahead.
But again, Marka, let me say good morning to you and AnsuSirleaf. These things sometimes our political effect. I want to bring our tradition to public, but it is frustrating. And don't know who for it. My sister. Look, we have to move and we have to graduate from some of the old things that used to hold our mothers down once upon a time. Because Marka, people are getting married, and sometimes many women are not bearing children just because of some of the traditional stuff. Now, when it kind of thing happen and the woman or maybe having a child or maybe she's not able to raise their child, now they blame then or something, then pray so that God gives children. No, God gave you the system for you to have children, but you go ahead and damage the system. Now you want for God to come down and play magic. No, so we gotta stop. So I'm going to join you and Ansu, and also I'm on board actually whenever I'm given opportunity to sit on the video so that we can be able to educate our people. We have to stop. And we will stop.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Let's take this medical practitioner. Good morning.
Good morning, Marka.
Mm-hmm.
You know, the problem I got with me, Liberian, is when the women talk against something, is when we start to talk against it.
Why we see the impact? It will see the implications, for example.
Give me a chance, give me grace. These are things that have been happening over time, our tradition. I am not in support, but I'm against when the women pushing an idea before you start to back the idea and running with it. But when they bring in a demonic idea, then you want to buy it and introduce it into our culture, into our system, is where I get problem. When they're talking about men should get married to men, and then some people running in this culture,
which have
been alleged that they are in support of it. You Liberian don't talk against that. When you want to demonize our culture 100% and don't demonize their full of culture the time to bring. Now let me ask you a question. Female circumcision and homosexualism, which is sin? Which one God destroy it?
Well, I'm not preaching the Bible. So in the first place, again, I mentioned something about consent. If you reach an age and you believe that as a woman you want to go to the sending for circumcision, fine. You reach age of consent and you think as a man you want to be in relationship with your friend man, which is against our culture. I'm not supporting that, but I mean, these are things that people agree on to do.
Yeah, but I'm seeing that if it is sin, let us call it sin. If homosexualism is a sin, let us call it sin. And let us try to kick against it and talk against it 100%.
Okay, thank you.
Should not be the one to talk.
No, but with the women, you keep talking about women. Black people are very racial. They do racism, but they don't take it serious. If a white man call you black man, you get angry, but you call white man white man. You call another person white man, but you probably think that's their name. That's how you should call them. But however, okay, thank you for making your contribution this morning. Let's go to this line and pick the next caller. I'm trying to get this caller. Good morning.
Good morning, brother.
Morning.
Yes. I just want to contribute about this thing. Because for me, I'm from Korea District as part of it. And besides, we have some moral teaching because this is the reason why those days to insult our parents, to shout our kids to come Marka, it was difficult because there was a prison because when you even share your brain blood, they will spend it after you with that out on your back, on your throat, all the salt, that one goes down. So there's some moral and development in it. So I say, it's so much like this, but y'all have that brother that you're not about when you're working well, bring that whole culture, we establish it, and we run with it. Nobody says every woman had a culture, every nation to get a culture. So the only thing is that doesn't be the way English will be drawn. Because those of us went there, we spent 2 years or 1 year. When she be sitting in a shotgun, like, you come back from there and go to school. But they look at the school you do. Well, again, you know, for me, I've been married for 4 years. I know it's for me to talk about
so that says Mon Ocha, that graduated from Jallah. What thing that says Mon Ocha learned? Exactly. That's the consent. That's the consent. So you see, if you listen to me carefully, I don't want Harper to just be batching as if to say I'm pushing somebody's idea. If you listen to me carefully, I told you that I am not saying we should set our tradition aside, but if there are some negatives, we should take them out. For example, what else are you carrying 3 month old or even 9 month old 3-year-old children in the bush to say they go to Sunday school, for example? What would they learn? Okay. Thank you. Thank you, Chief. Thank you for your contribution. You can drop the line. Let me take this one. Good morning. That's a good argument this morning. I love it. Good morning.
Good morning, Marka.
Go.
Teresa Williams calling from Broadfield.
Let's hear you, Teresa.
Look, Marka, what is wrong in this room? No one has ever come from year in, year out and tell you say this is my benefit. More especially when you come of age. The only thing that being angry you can regret. Okay, people talking about homosexual. Those people that were under the law, if you score or male child at the age of let's say 14, even down from 14 coming, that's a plan. But if you do something, all of those these guys, they reach the age, they agree that what they're doing it. But what we see down there, 6 months old, no one ever come from that. Even if you read the age, because when you come from there at that age, if you read the age, the only thing you start regretting. Tell me now why they say they can't agree, the children, they can't read at the age of 18. If you, Thomas Sire, every time they running behind the children running away, more especially when they eat left and stuff like that. They can never agree to go down there. So it's not good. What they probably measure because they need at that time they were not doing it. The one they were doing what they power and they measure concern Sodom and Gomorrah. The power he knew to say because they doing it is right. Even the Christian, even the Muslim, I think they are against it. What they doing they just causing problem for the female and thing. No one ever come for down and tell to be correct to say, wow, I went down there for the past 1 year or 2 years, I can't and then there's my benefit. The only thing they can regret. So thank you for the conversation without against it, but why you said are the right thing. If the party agree, why I say the children they running away is the good.
Mm-hmm.
Why they running away? Every time they chase it and come broadway and do something, they have a number play behind the Kogono shop going all the way. When they ready, they will put people outside catching those people there. And then the West side, hey, they catching your parents there against it, you will pay money to it. Put me on back on Teresa, almost miss my dollar. And my left father said that they play one way, my children, my grandchild, and another person in the yard, they have and this someone city. That what the Lord there for. There in the mind of any kind of which I got them my grandchild talking about it because he calls in the yard, they will carry you see no thing, and you can't follow people as men. One, you don't go there, you man, you don't go. What's that?
Okay.
Thank you, man.
Thank you so much. Let's connect with this caller. Good morning.
Good morning, Marka.
Morning.
Good morning to your listening public. So, for the benefit of the discussion, sorry, I want to remain anonymous, please.
Oh?
Yeah.
Okay.
Like you know, Marka, I am constrained to call. I have not chosen to call. I'm a listener, like you know. But I just want to validate what you were saying. I listened to what she said. She has not been there, but she's angry that you are discussing the culture. In fact, in my capacity, I am a promoter of our arts and culture around an institution that is promoting culture. But we all differ with this idea. Let me tell you what my mother said. My mother is a member of our traditional culture that you are discussing. My mother said, even if we're not in Monrovia, she will not allow any of her children go to the Sandy Bush or the Pearl Bush. My in-law had also said, I mean, she's in our dialect, she's they call it, let me put it the English way, they call it the door, those that can hunt people and make sure they go there in our dialect. Now she said none of her children will go to that place. Just imagine her playing that role and saying her children will not go there. So it means that apart from what they ought to learn that will prepare them as women and men, the practice itself is not good. So why are we afraid to discuss this? Why are we even backing something that is causing serious hazard for our generation to come and generation that are born? We should not be afraid. You are not committing any crime. You are not saying the practice should be demolished or banned. You are saying the things that are done there, like the instruments that are used, they are not still last. The instrument they are using, they are not mindful. They use one instrument on 2, 3, in fact, the entire group that are there. I mean, are those serious their practice? No. Why are people backing these things? Or is it, I mean, is it because it's associated with our culture? I think that is bad.
Okay.
Thank you for flagging this. And I think with this, we can change the pattern. We are not saying the entire act should be demolished or abolished, but we should ensure that the practices there are in accordance with good health practice.
Thank you so much. Yes, that's exactly what we are saying. So other people want to get over the emotional about it, to say, oh, discussing tradition, but I mean, we ourselves, maternally, we are all from these backgrounds, and my grandmother played a very huge role in that. So I'm not even supposed to be saying this, but for the sake of society, we have to say these things. These are the facts. Good morning.
Good morning, Marka. How are you?
Morning.
This is Johnny Coley, and I call basically because of the concerns that I hear coming from most of your callers, especially the male callers. There is this tendency that men like to basically discuss the effects that happen to women's body. You're hearing from callers who've been there, who've experienced what they're going through. Those are not people who are white. They do not carry the white color. They carry the black color. They are suffering from the aftermath of what they went through. So when people are speaking, people should stop contextualizing white, black, or man, woman. There are things that are happening that we have to be very serious and intentional about in this country. Young girls' futures are being taken away without them even having a say into it. They're asking for a say and reaching the age of consent is the bare minimum that we can do to protect our girls' future. And we should exert all efforts to do so. That is the point I wanted to get through.
Okay, thank you so much for joining. Thank you. You can go off the line. I'm seeing Mr. Joe Wanda. Please go off the line. Let me see if I can connect with him. Yeah, so he will just place the call back again. We are sorry that we're not seeing the first segment guest as we announced. So since this discussion is very sensitive, we'll continue to take more calls on it. We want to have, a broader perspective of the Liberian public on this issue. And let me re-emphasize that Marka Davis, I am not saying we should abolish our tradition. I am saying if it is a school, let people reach the age of consent and agree to go to the school. Like, for example, the lady from Brewerville called, and it's not just Brewerville, even in So Clinic, Queensville, they used to run behind people in So Clinic to go there. In other places, they're running behind people to go there. Let me take this call. I know this call. What is in this call? But I will take it. Good morning. Good morning.
Yeah,
I know.
thank you so much for taking the call.
Mm.
And as I said in the text message, I will want to have a time to talk to not only you but Liberian, so as to have the understanding of this female issue.
Mm-hmm.
But in the meantime, the reason why I think is emotionally discussed around from some of your colors is maybe based on the way the platform is being set.
You think so? But Mr. Barbara, you listen to mothers, women. Oh, I know some of these women who call and share their own life experience. They are not saying they say. So don't say it is because they were outside the platform. Let people express themselves the way they want to express themselves. It should not be based on my statements.
Yeah, I agree. What I'm saying,
Mm-hmm.
Things that are not being practically in the discourse, when they are coming there, it got that real way of understanding, based on the individual thought. So, but I'm not saying that it was wrong, all right?
Mm-hmm.
And so, for people like us who have understood the intricacies of these practices over the years, will be able to also come out and then give some pros and cons about it.
Okay.
So I'll be glad to get from you the affordable time where we'll be able to say yes. The practice
If I'm bringing you here, I'll bring you along with Tama Johnson. Yeah, that's the only way I'll be satisfied to bring you. I'll bring you along with Tama Johnson. No, it's not about being a friend. Tama Johnson is going to be providing why it should be done this way, and you will be providing your side of the story.
Okay, no problem.
Yeah, we'll find the time. Thank you for joining. So let me try to link up Tamba. So Tamba, what you do is I think I should have your number. So just call 0770 202579. Tamba Johnson, I'm sure I have your number. Call 0770 202579. Just do so I can pick you up. The reason I want to pick Tamba is because of expert opinion. I want to pick Tamba because of expert opinion. So Tamba, call me on 0770 202579. I don't know. I think Tamba number here is ending in let me see. Let me see. Yeah, please give me small time. Because some of these things I'm saying, I attend a couple of workshops concerning this very issue. That's why I speak the way I speak. Yes, that's why I'm speaking the way I'm speaking. I'm trying to get Tamba Johnson's number. I'm sure I get Tama Johnson number. Tama Johnson. Okay, yes. Yeah, this is Tama. So yeah, please wait. I mean, please this call to Tama. I'm sure this is Tama. Yeah, please just give me small chance. I beg you. Oh God. Yeah, y'all give me small chance. Let me see. I can get Tama's call just for 3 minutes. You can just say something just because of expert opinion. Is it Mr. Johnson?
Good morning and thank you very much. I've been fighting to get online, but I could not get through.
Okay.
Thank you very much. This is Tama Johnson.
Tama, please, I want you to be a little bit statistical about this thing because we're saying it. A lot of people, they're saying, "Oh, we've been doing it for centuries and nothing has happened." So, I mean, let's hear you.
Well, thank you very much, Marka. First, let me say thanks to the listening public. The first thing is that we need to disabuse the minds of Liberians. The first thing, I heard someone saying that this has been done over the time. This practice is not culture. Go and do the research. Culture is a way of life that is unique to a particular group of people in a particular geographical location. Which tribe in Liberia can never just say FGM is their culture practice? Assuming we don't talk about Tobogi, you talk about Lofa County. You talk about Kasawali, you talk about Grand Cape County. It's unique to them. That is the cultural way of things. FGM is not a culture, it's a practice. We need to disabuse that one. Secondly, FGM, according to Article 3 of the Liberian Constitution, Article 5 of the Liberian Constitution, it talks, Article 5D of the Liberian Constitution says that the government should endeavor to protect and promote positive cultural practices. Positive. Like FGM is a positive culture practice. The practice is being done for monetary values, for power dynamics. It's not being done because we want to uphold our ancestors' practice. No. We need to understand this. I got 3 of my sisters who went on the FGM. I know exactly what they are going through. 5 marriages. They were frustrated because of this practice. We got to stop this. I was one of those that went to Marka County and met with the chief. So, when you ever heard about this chief, so they talk about if you don't end the lesbian again, they will not start culture party. I flagged that in Liberia from Africa. We flag it up. We went to Nima County. We know of these things. Even when Corwell, when we got a train track, I flagged that issue up. We got to stop this thing. FGM is not helping. We are not against it. Statistically, in 2022, February 4th, we went to Bon County. We signed the 3-year suspension of FGM. 2023, we also re-signed. 2024, we came to Monserrado. We banned the practice in Monserrado for the practice banned in Monserrado. We also banned it in Grand Cape County. We banned it in Nima County. We banned it in Bon County. So, if we are talking about statistically, FGM is banned by Chief Zanzakawa, the former chairman, in 5 counties of Liberia. What happens to the bottom 6 counties that make it 11? River 6 was not banned. Marka County was not banned. Bapodu is not banned. grandchildren is not banned. The banning of these practices is go with ritual ceremony. It was not done. FGM, we have over the time on the spot initiative, we built centers where traditional people will go and be able to carry on the height of their cultural practice and do away with what we call the courting aspect of it. I was going to say, Sunday without courting, that was the nomenclature we used. It's because when we did these things with the mindset that we're going to form what we call is a task force. And Marka will interest you to know that when the task force was formed, according to the policy that we created to ban FGM, 3 components, three or 4 people supposed to be part of it or institution. The Ministry of Gender, the Ministry of Internet Affairs, the Strategic Council of Chiefs and Elders, headed by then the culture ambassador, Julie and the civil society. They will entrust you that when the phone task force civil society was left out, I will flag that issue. We keep flagging it. We say this is wrong. How can I be put myself?
Okay.
How can I be put myself?
Well, Tama, just in 30 seconds you can close, please.
So in 30 seconds, I say this to every Liberian: the practice is not. We are not against FGM. They defend it. No, we are against FGM. The Liberian government took money from the international community and said they're going to end FGM. We hold them by it. The Maputo Protocol, Article 5 of the Maputo Protocol, is the only international document that talks about any FGM, of which we are celebrating in Liberia. We need to go by it.
Okay.
FGM is not culture. We should stop this. It's a practice. We're begging you. And I will have a term, if you allow me, I will give you statistical points and everything and give you this. That these things have been done and people have died and people have suffered from it. We need to stop the thing. And finally, just to end with the man that says that, the white man and the black man, you need to disabuse your mind from this particular thing. White man, black man, people are dying. It's not white man, black man dying. Liberians are dying. Our sisters are dying. You got to stop this thing. We need to disabuse the mind of the Liberian men who are negative about women when it comes to this thing. The marginalization is too much.
Okay.
It's too much.
Thank you, Tama Johnson. Yes, Tama read it. Let's take 2 more calls. Yes, 2 more calls. Good morning.
Good morning, how are you?
Good morning. Go ahead.
Yeah, I'm Dr. Wilson.
I didn't get the name.
I am Dr. Wilson.
Okay, Dr. Wilson.
Yeah.
But that's just a single.
I'm Dr. Wilson Dodo.
Okay. Go ahead, Chief.
Okay. Let me tell you people something.
Mm-hmm.
You people discussing culture. You know what they call culture? You know what they call culture, right?
Yes, go ahead.
Then what is the essence? You tell the government lie, they tell you they bow, they ever bow, culture in Bonka, then they ball it in Lima. It's lying.
Hello, no. Listen, no, we can't do that. We can't do that. Look, I don't care how emotional you are, you have to speak to the issue. Tama didn't tell you they ban culture in this place, in that place, in that place. He said they ban FGM, female genital mutilation. They ban it. That is true. It is not lie. We cover some of these stories. They are reported in the media. Just go to just tap Liberia bans FGM. Multiple sources will bring the story to you and read it. You can't call on this public radio and you're attaching a doctor to your name and address people the way you do. This is public radio. Truth FM reaches the length and breadth of Liberia and will not condone people calling, no matter what title you bear, to speak to other people in that kind of manner. Thank you so much. Let me take the last caller. Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning. Go ahead, sir.
Okay, Marka, I'm glad that we handled the doctor just now.
Mm-hmm.
But I'd like to refer to what somebody said again. My name is Charles Robert, and I live in Bangladesh. And those things are still going on there. And they are not beneficial to our people, especially our parents. But then again, let me go forward when I heard another guy say, earlier caller say, traditional value. That thing has no traditional value. The people, the children go there now. Right now, they're doing it for monetary issues. The children go there for 2 months, 3 months, they come out, and they are on the street. They are on the street. Our children come back with. I I agree that in the 80s and the 70s, our Christians and families were going there for 2 years, 3 years. But right now, it's just 2 months. And the girls are still being circumcised and they are still being affected and they still dying for it. Yes. As recent as 2 years ago, 3 years ago, I know about 2 little girls, probably between 5 and 6, that died from that thing in bunker. Then it's a bad practice. Our people need to stop. We need to, but now, start doing things that will benefit and bring good things to our children. That segregation thing has nothing good, nothing bad, nothing good comes out of it for the children and girls in this country. They don't educate them nothing to this kind of age and time. I mean, they're not disciplined. Like you were saying, you take a 5-year-old child into that place, you bring her out. After she's 15, 16, she's insulting her mother, she's on the street, she's doing drugs. So what's the benefit? She can't even cook. She can't even sweep the house. So what's the importance of telling someone their home? Let that consent to go there because they already know what the word is. I mean, thank you for this program, and I hope that you guys graduate from those Asian mentality. The word is growing.
Okay, thank you. The word is growing. Just let me just squeeze in this person. They've been hanging on the line for long. Good morning.
How you doing?
I'm fine. Your name? Where you call from?
My name is Daniel calling from Marshall.
Okay, go ahead.
Yeah, what you saying this morning is very right because myself, my empty, I don't go there over my empty, I come over there. She almost even woman is young, they were child. And I only got sister and children and she money. So why you saying that money? Why some people get their answer with you that two is talking? At least on the person, make sure they go there by themselves, it can be okay for you taking babies and to carry them is very bad. And nothing that was there from there. So thank you so much for the topic this morning.
Okay, thank you so much for joining us. In fact, that is all the time we've got. So there's a shift in the show, and I'm sorry to announce that what we had intended to do earlier to review the president meter report from Nemo and possibly contact Eddie, we will likely do that on tomorrow because we have some issue or shift in the show because of our guest Kim the Kim. So we would like to take our break, and then by 9:15 we'll take them.
I think so far the sports are you're playing tomorrow.
FC Barcelona.
Yeah, back up.
No, I think we're playing today.
It's Thursday.
Today is Thursday.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. So you play Monaco today. The pool.
Yeah. So it's not me here. If not, yes, we can. If not, we can take our break. We'll come back. So we are so sorry. And before I go to the break, let me just let you know that I'm not against, maybe Liberian culture and tradition. Like people who are studying deeply about these things, they are being defined in some of these things. But sincerely, I'm disappointed in I don't know, Dr. Wilson Dodo, who I'm disappointed the way you engage this civilized national platform. I'm really sorry. Thanks for following, but please, next time you address issue with civility and let everyone have their view heard. There were people who bashed at me. I just have the button of the phone to press and cut them up. I didn't do that because we want to get the views of the people. Some of these broadcasts we don't do it for ourselves. We want for people in authority to listen to what the ordinary people think about some of these issues. So we open the line and allow the people to speak their mind. What are you use any kind of word on me? I will be tolerant enough. I'm almost like a politician. I have thick skin, like Senator Eddie Snow, like Representative Musa Belede. Myself, I have thick skin. So anything you say to me, one good thing I know is that you can't take my mouth from me. I will respond and defend myself.
But I don't know what they are getting at you, Marka, because
yes, I know that just few. Yeah. Look, if you count the number of callers, the people who deviated from the introduction of this topic that I did this morning are now 5. But more than 20 persons, 20 persons agree with my argument. More than 20 persons agree with my argument. And this argument is not in any way or form intended to disrespect the culture and tradition of Liberia. Okay. I am saying if we are doing the bush school, let me put it this way. If we are doing the bush school, if it is meant for education purpose, let us take away the circumcision. Me, I'm saying it.
Yeah.
Now, the only way we'll do the circumcision is not people that reach 18, a big
Yeah.
person and say, well, me, I won't go there. Then you go there. So the life is advancing, the world is advancing. So what different have you added to that bush? Are you teaching computer there? Are you teaching computer education? Are you teaching, anything?
Yeah.
I'm saying it sounds funny, but I mean, the world is growing.
Yeah.
You kind of people in the bush, you teach them how to plant math, you teach them how to be good wife, you teach them how to cook. They get cooking school in oil, man. A Crest Embassy school here, they put learning how to cook. They can go wedding food.
But why you think that using the bush activities now on the internet?
The churches are here to teach moral. Let's stop circumcising our women in this country. You will not know what some women are going through in their marriages. You will not know. If it is not you, you will not feel it. Let us do it differently. Let us do it differently. Let's take on our other aspect. Me, like I said, my late grandmother was a big, person in that thing. So for me to even say that and talk about it, you should know. I come from a family background of it. So if I can sit here and talk about it, then you should know. Some of you not more into that, more than other thing. But the thing is that other piece of the practice, take it off. And it will interest you to know that some of my cousins, my grandmother's grandchildren didn't go there. Why? So that these are some critical questions you ask yourself. Why? If this woman was a big soul, how come her grandchildren didn't go there?
Yeah.
And you understand? So you should ask yourself some of these questions. I'm telling you. So nobody should take this thing personal. And to our traditional people, I didn't do the broadcast to bring our tradition to any public, ridicule. No, we believe that as journalists, we are the watchdog of society, and we should ensure what is good for our population, what is good for our country, what is good for our individual citizens. That's why I did this broadcast. So it's a disclaimer that I didn't do it intentionally to say I want to bring, our tradition to the public. No, that is not the intent. The intent is there is a practice in that tradition that we should get rid of because it is affecting and harming a lot of our women. When you're not in their shoes, you will not know. Let me say it like real way. When you're not in their shoes, you will not know. You will not know what some of them are going through in their homes. They men who calling and making it, they be more here. If you go to some of their homes, I don't want to let it be so. Yeah, because people are saying, Baba, they just want to hold people in contempt some kind of way. They just can't.
And I just think that you're providing some level of education too. Yeah, because it is something that we've been doing for the past years, but happening for the past years. So as you said, things changing, Marka. Let's try to turn things around. So for those that are reaching out to you, watching the reach out to you, I don't know why they get the first with you because the people are doing the one set thing they put it on Facebook. Why you say we're having school, computer school, going now to
so a good celebration. They went higher. The thing is, the thing it hurts, man. They know they got people baby there in their hand like that.
Yeah.
They got some on their back children who can't walk. Then they got a small one there who walking like this. Even though the attire was so colorful and nice, but you doing that thing to the people children against their right. Some of our children they get it right when they get big, they sue you. You know that? Look, it will reach a point, they will sue people. I will get big. I get married. My husband say, no, I don't want a woman with genital mutilation. So I'm breaking the marriage. I will sue you because I will say more or you hold me like that. Young baby, carry me in the bush and go do that thing to me. You say you go teach me bush school. Some children will sue you in the future. You take note. Human rights people are getting to know their rights. People will sue people in the future. Okay, I've been stopping there. Let's go for our. And so you can be saying something that means line up the stuff. Yeah. So now that
you are coming very, very strong this morning.
Yeah. So
it is something that that you rarely see. It's not necessary.
If you see,
especially
until you saw the video.
Yeah, you know what I see at this time. Things that you said that it is maybe the way it says society being very secret. You decide to go live.
You go higher TV.
Yeah, higher
carry
live. So why not? Can you not use the same body this thing? Take the train and go to skills school now to learn how to cook, yeah, to learn how to prepare themselves for the future instead of you. So as Marka said, just do away with that part. Just get that part off because already there are a lot of women being affected. There are a lot of women going through a lot of things in their home. You don't know.
They will
So
not know.
we cannot keep in the morning age. We keep doing it, keep doing it. So let's do away with that one. We can add the other one that you think that is necessary for them.
You
They
put
go
computer in the
bush.
bush and teach the children computer and all. That
But
one
let's
you
do
go.
away with it. Yeah, so that's it. Welcome. As Micah said, a little bit swift into our broadcast this morning into the program.
Yes.
Yeah, our guest in the first segment caught up in the rain a while. It's not
Yeah.
it's not easy out in the rain.
Okay. Yeah, so let's take this break. When we come back, we'll join them with the interview. Thank you so much. Yes, thanks for the first segment. I love how this topic generated a lot of interest in the public. They call us. I think we had nearly 30 calls on that segment.
And
as
the
well.
men are ready.
That was great. Yeah, the men were calling, but the women dominated.
Okay.
The women, the thing about it, the women they will get a story.
Yeah.
They say we not want it. Then some men coming to say that they are already traditional more than the women. Yeah, I'm trying the women they all know.
Tamu, have you heard about Ecobank Back to School giveaway?
I haven't. Tell me about it.
Tamu, for every Western Union, MoneyGram, RIA, or rapid transfer transaction done at any Ecobank branch or sub-agent location, you can get a prize. So,
Will, I'm not understanding you. Tell me about it because my brother think the children will be first thing tomorrow.
okay, listen again. Whether you send money or receive money through Western Union, MoneyGram, RIA, or rapid transfer at any Ecobank branch or sub-agent location, you get Ecobank branded copybooks, pens, pencils, and many other items.
Julie, I get it now. I will definitely go to EcoBank for all my Western Union, MoneyGram, RIA, and rapid transfer transaction. That is EcoBank way of saying, welcome back to school. EcoBank, the Pan-African Bank.
I just said that you get it. I say a small TV here. Orange Money. Experience our quality financial services. Sending money from Orange Money to Orange Money that are free, including all the transactions you do on Orange Money. They're not taking 1 cent from there. Now, when you go withdraw your money, they will take 1%. I tell you, I say, Orange Money that all say, so much enjoy it.
Orange Money.
I said, chi, my son Teddy right here. You not pay your EDC bill? Yeah, mama, bro, I just buy my car. You sure? How you buy it? Because send the money, I see you moving for yourself. But I have to move from my house before I buy car. I use Orange Money right on my phone to pay my EDC bill. Oh, so you can use Orange Money now to pay your EDC bill? I will not leave your transfer until you show me the code right here. My Oma, the Tina have. If you're using a USD account, just that *144*141#. Or when you're using your ARD account, that *144*231#. Or better still, you can use the Orange Money app and pay your LEC bill right on your cellular bank. And the good thing is, with Orange Money, you can buy your LEC token with no service charge. I said, my son Teddy, thank you. Yeah, I'm going to tell all my friends in the market that we can use Orange Money to pay our LEC bill. Thank you so much.
Lucky ball.
Very good. This is one of our traditional songs. And this is Daniel Josh, and he's referred to as Dench. He calls this one Lapa Fine. Yes, ourselves too can play some beautiful songs. And this one is very, very beautiful. And we will just use the time to congratulate our friends, especially from the media. Some of them graduated yesterday from the University of Liberia, Aaron Kuban, Winston Blading, Winston from Bana FM. But Aaron Kuban, Aaron, a political journalist now. Who will tell you? And my friend and brother, William Joe. Congratulations to all of you guys, man. We are proud of you. And the big one is happening tomorrow. Musa M.B. Kenne, former legislative reporter, Truth FM, former host of the Truth Breakfast Show. The man is walking out with a law degree. That's Musa Kenne. Congratulations to you, brother. And our sister and professional colleague, Madam Grace Guy. Madam Grace Guy is also graduating, walking out with a master's degree on tomorrow. We wish you all the best. And I know the president, Lisa Tenediase, will be right there. Zokwe Beslo Kone will be right there. Aaron Dylan Houghton will be there. Mema Kemukai and the whole crew. Good morning to you, Vama Kamara. Yes, since the ring held against myself, holding them with Lapa Fan. Yes, let's take it down. Thank you. Thank you, Dench. Thank you so much.
Very good.
Yeah, thank you so much, Dench. Oh, you enjoy it?
Yeah, let it start before DJ ratting now.
I was supposed to be good DJ, but I forgot about my own DJ name. I wanted to say DJ Marka. It sounds sounding sweet.
Yeah.
You see that first begin they call Armstrong Cooper.
Yeah. Cyril
Manonbo.
Yeah.
You see, I'm a picking and everyone they said I'm a picking. You see, they were supposed to be my beginner, but what DJ been a beginner leaving behind?
You forget the DJ name.
Yeah, so you see, I get no good DJ name, so they won't inspire. Yes, let's get back to business. It's a pleasure to have two brilliant young men of our country. They are here this morning to talk about some very important issues that sometimes we overlook. So let me get the names again correctly. We have with us in studio this morning.
Moses.
Yes.
Moses.
We called yes. Moses Wonsia and Emmanuel Biago. Yes. They are here this morning to talk about some other issues. But let's allow them. Good morning, gentlemen.
Marka, and good morning to our brother Ansu, and good morning to our listeners out there. My name is Moses Wonsia.
Okay. Yeah. Oh, Emmanuel?
Yeah.
You are doing
All right, thank you. And now we're gonna share, joke at times.
Exactly.
Emmanuel Nomeka Biago is my name, even though you know my name and my name already been gone. So it's a pleasure, to be in your studio.
Okay, you just give us a brief history of your institution, the work you are doing in the country.
Well, thank you. We being an independent body, we moving around the country and even in the capital. There are a lot of rumors that going around, especially when you are in a public position. People take you to be the most corrupt person or the most bad person in Liberia. But there is some good things too in the corridor that some of those same people at the public areas are doing. But instead, the media, especially the print media, sometimes go on a different level. Like for example, today we'll be discussing the issues of the SITA, and the SITA is the pressure group, the Citizens for Accountability and Transparency.
Okay.
Yeah, so of recent, they made a report through the in-profile newspaper that from the 2016, 2017, 2018 to 2023 audits that were conducted at the Ministry of Posts and Telecommunications, it's caught the current Labor Minister, Councillor Cooper W. Kra, in which they say they get some figures that even does not exist. So we just want to caution everybody on that you may have seen that in the public, but it's not real, and we'll give you some detail about it as we go on and on.
Okay, so Citizen for Transparency and Accountability, CITA.
Right.
They did a publication. They did the article, the news article.
Yeah, they sent it to the print and not print media, but the in-profile media. Yeah, this is the copy.
Okay.
Yeah, of what they
reported.
Right. So now you say you are organization, or the organization that is more pressure, that making sure to keep the feet of the public workers to the fire. You don't have to be on one side.
Okay.
Yeah, because GSE conducted audit from 2016, 2018, 2019, all the way to 2023.
Mm-hmm.
And you know very well, and I know, that Councillor Crown was not in office as minister in 2016. He took over in 20. Okay, he took
2018.
Okay, yeah, he took over in 2018, and then from 2018 to 2023, and not in 2023 again. He was removed. He was dismissed from a position.
Mm-hmm.
So he worked in some portions of those years, but again, the newspaper here telling us that from now 2016, 2017, 2018, all the way to 2023.
Mm-hmm.
He misapplied and mismanaged some fundings that they had a figure here about 1.6 million from their report, from their allegations. So why would you say, for example, Marka is here, working as a director?
So what kind of audit were they quoting? Was it a financial statement audit? Was it a compliance audit? What kind of audit were they quoting?
There where they came, short. Because if CITA have done more research, they would have known exactly what to write on. But the audit that GSC conducted was never a financial audit. It was a compliant audit. So a compliant audit with audit would not tell you, say, just missteps in your administration. Sometimes the institution, go about doing something that is not, correct, so they can do a corrective measure, moving on. That's how, this compliant audit was conducted. But they swayed that whole thing now as the financial audit, and then telling the public that mismanaged while he was there, and giving a huge figure that if it does not exist. So we just want to let everybody and all the public and our listeners to know that it is good to critique. It is good to put your public servants to feet to the fire, but it should be in an orderly manner and in a respectable manner, where you will come up and give facts. Because GSC will not report different thing than you report different thing. Like even I'm like, yeah, I respect the GSC audit, but it should be in a way that everybody will be guided. You can't come with a figure that does not exist, and what the GSC is reporting on is quite different from your story. So are you saying you're not pointing at people just to buy a newspaper? No. We think that the newspaper, this group organization called the CITA, we are all Liberians. If they are speaking for the Liberian and they are speaking, to the ministry or to the individual, they should be specific.
So what are the facts that you are saying that CITA's article or their press release, which was published in the In-Profile Daily, was flooded with misinformation according to you? Yes. So what are the facts?
The facts here are: 1, 2016, 2017, Councillor Crow was not in office. 2, 2018 to 2023, he was in office. He worked from 2023. He was dismissed in 2023 and replaced.
I think he was dismissed around May.
And he was immediately replaced because of political lines. Now, you coming now after the councillor has left the ministry with that political thing that he was, he was supporting opposition political party called United Party. So they removed me, and we should say, well, on hold of him to do that. You can't be in government according to them. You can't be in government and be affiliated with a different political party. Now, you can tell me that there were ministers from that 2016 to 2023. There were ministers. Councillor Crown served in portion of those years. So are you saying that he was the only person? Because the first mistake they had here is the Ministry of Post and Telecommunication got the spending line or channel that you, the minister, you supersedes everything or you supervise everything. But when it comes to the financial issue, you got your assistant minister for administration, in fact, deputy minister for administration, you got a controller, you got a cashier at that place. So all these people were working at that time. So are you telling me Councillor Cry alone just went and took $1.6 million and just pocketed it without doing anything on the ministry? And the first interesting thing that you have to know is America. At the Ministry of Post and Telecommunication, when he took over, there were a lot of things that he did there.
Okay.
Yeah, he refurbished the building with the little resources that were coming. And in our country, to get the Ministry of Post and Telecommunication to the standard, it was through Councillor Cooper Cra, that digital address system. He the one. So if you
Yes, I attended the launch of the digital address system. I remember I attended the launch.
Okay. Okay. So the funds are out. So if you come in now, you say that the budget of the ministry was 1.7. Yes, we agree. 1.7. If you use 1.5 on salary, what goes to projects? There's nothing. So they have to understand that in the ministry, and two, what the GSC is reporting, it is not what they are putting in the newspaper. Compliance audit, you have to see, yeah, the ministry, yeah, you're doing this, but the next time the channels are the this, are the that, so that you can incur some missteps in the future. So I think the GSC audit was to set the proper minister of post and telecommunication now that yes, you were not here, you came, and this is the system, but whatever you need to do now, you do it through the channel. This is and Councillor Crow was even in country. No GSC person called him for questioning. So it just tells you that how they intend to put a dent on his character, and how they intend to politically fight him. Those are things that we listen. We can't sit as independent ballot to see people going on the contrary, especially with the hard-earned character that being in the country for a while.
Okay, so I'll pause that flow of discussion a little bit and ask you, can you recount any hardcore misinformation issue you have addressed in the country?
Yeah.
All right. So thank you. In the first place, let me tell you, if you comprehensively read the GSC report, in the GSC report,
please, that was not my question. My question is, besides this issue with the involving the former Minister of Post and Telecommunication, who is currently the Labour Minister, are there similar issues like this you are advocated on or educated public on or you have done before? That your track record I'm asking for now.
Yes.
You want to point some of them?
Yeah. Okay. Like in the case of our former representative from Neima County, District Number 7, Honorable Roger W.S.Y. Doma, when he was
that his nomination stuff.
When he was nominated, we are on record for that. When we say no, if this man, if the honorable is being nominated and to go through confirmation for commissioning, and then you telling us that he will not go for the confirmation, at least if he had gone for confirmation and Senate denied him, that would have been a different story of that. So we also spoke about that on the Love FM at 13th Street. We went there and we spoke some issues about that. And not just with that. Another issue was with Ato Wobe. Yeah, Ato Wobe is a very young guy, like all of us. He was nominated as the Minister of Defense, Assistant Minister. And he never appeared before the elders, before the Senate. So for confirmation, and we spoke that against that, we said no, For transparency and accountability, we will expect, we will look for the Senate to do their job.
Okay.
If the man goes to the Senate and the Senate denies him, fine. But he can't come and stop in a gutter without going anywhere.
Okay.
So we've been on this advocacy for a
so
while.
at least you have cited 2 instances where you've been doing
Yeah,
this.
and
So,
let me give you the humanitarian one.
Mm.
Okay, that this one I had a picture of a child. This child, you see the complete deformity in that child. The child whole mouth, in fact, there are 2. But the other one is getting worse and worse. If you even see it, I have the picture here. So we've been advocating, we've been going out, reaching out to people, how they can find, a means to travel, to take them out of this country for operation so that they can regain their status and their peace that they deserve. So all these things we've been all over. We've been on Radio Cyclopedia, we've been on Radio Tapeta, we've been on Radio Kegima as well.
okay.
So we are not just starting on Councillor Coppercross issue.
Okay.
No.
So let's hear Biago. Biago, you try to say some things about the audit report.
Yes. So, like, let me just say this to Sita. Sita did not go through the GSE report. Because if you comprehensively read the time and read the GSE report about post and telecommunication, you will get to know that even this newspaper shouldn't have been published. Because within the GSE report, they say management. And it always started before Councillor Kopokura resigned in office 2018.
Mm.
So if there's a management, and you mention individuals' name that Councillor Kopo W. Klua, that do have a rational journalism investigation. If somebody say the management of True FM, if anything happened within this institution where your single due, your name being mentioned in the communication, or however, they had to market that newspaper so that they can go looking for a public figure that will capture, when that photos is here so that the basic can go as well. We take that into consideration. But let's come to another 2 things about this GSE report. 2018 to 2021. It started before Councillor Kwai resumed in office. So he got dismissed in May 2023. No, not 23, but 2020. Not 3, but 22. Right? Yeah, 2023. He got dismissed 2023. I'm sorry. Okay. You think Councillor Kupokura at the time while he's serving as minister remain in his position and endorse another political party to defeat the sitting government in which he was serving in the government as one of the ministers? If there was something wrong or going wrong, do you not think the government will start immediately with GSE stop being Councillor Kupokura? So let's get the rationale behind this. If you will get to understand that, if you even read another newspaper, they will get to tell you that if go about the I call it a Hot FM newspaper publications as well, that would be quite different.
You mean hot pepper?
Yeah, just get that.
Okay.
You get that, you read it as well. So absolutely nothing there that indicted Councillor Kopo W. Klua. But people have to do this so that the business can go. But Councillor had not been into that. You know what happens sometimes? People start doing this thing, and then people, other independent mind people that continue on, maybe that decided to establish an investigation to know how to finding whether the story about XYZ it is true. We have not been seeing that in our country. So on the basis of that, my colleagues and I, with other members, beyond the scene, and we talk about it so that we can go around at least. If we hear anything, go just say and then follow information and all of this stuff. So what I want to tell you is all the things that you're saying, there's nothing factual. You talk about 1.67 million USD mismanaged by Councillor Kupokura. Then you're talking about 41.6 million Liberian dialects. How the Councillor Kupokura made use of this money?
People listening to you guys will say that this about independent body, people always maybe from they say, oh no, umbrella, being independent, trying to react to some of this information, their pay agents. When I listen to you people, how you sound, you come across a statement from the public.
Yeah, but listen, people got their viewed or saying or how they look at issues. So we don't care. It will be in the same group that writing this news or that get the agency. In fact, what I even understand is before this news was published, those guys that went for internship, hmm? Those that went for internship, the editor generals of the identical agencies did not go through this public. Five on the truth. No true story about this. And that get to understand post and telecommunication. How do they generate money or revenues for national government? How many post offices we have in our country that even we will generate this money for single individuals to make use out of it or to use it. Like get when Cooper when we cancel the Cooper Crow was dismissed from Ministry of Post and Telecommunication 2023. A deputy minister for administration, not Garrison, but Yelu, Melvin Yelu. Melvin Yelu left. He was in the office in charge until the appointment of Wale Seman Doma as minister, as minister proper. What happened is that after the dismissals of Councillor Cooper Director, the Controller General was also replaced immediately. And then after that, the accountant of the ministry were also dismayed. In fact, the cashier and these people, all the then that were occupied technical positions, they all were dismissed for no reason. And within the ministry own way of investigating or establishing investigation through the leadership of Wale Silva Dema, they got to know that Garrison was not Garrison, but Melvin Yulu was not even in the right position of even carry on that execution to dismiss these people. It was absolutely wrong. So who know within this duration the money was taken or misapplied, the resources and so on. But it's just people hear about council.
So
as a public figure,
we look through the audit. Most of the inquiries that were done by the auditors, they said there were no responses to all of the inquiries. There were no responses because normally during audit, if you raise an issue, you have to reach to those involved to respond. So, for example, if you say, well, Marka, we went to RCR newsroom, we understand that there's supposed to be maybe 3 desktop computers, but through our audit finding, we just saw 3. What happens to the other? I mean, if it were 3 and they say we saw 2, what happened to the other one? So I have the obligation to respond. Maybe I can tell you that, well, yes, it is true. They were 3, but we sent 1 for repair, for example. So we understand that all these inquiries that were made, there were no response. So who were the GSC contacting?
But listen now, if that, then the question is up to you to look into that and then compare with this report that here. If there was no response to GSC, then how does this new agency come up with a publication that Councillor Cooper Director mismanaged resources? If there was no report or there was no investigation.
Let me just give you an intro of that. Councillor Crow was in country and still in country when the audit was conducted. Nobody reached out to him to get his opinion on that.
How do you know that?
And
no one reached out.
But the report is before you. You even asked
there was no response.
Yeah,
but did you reach out to the former minister? In fact, if those guys were like the controller, the accountant, and all those people, why you didn't reach out to Councillor Cooper Crow? Because he didn't respond to that, and they didn't reach out to him. And even Councillor Crow was even on one of the most bigger platforms in the Spoon Network. He said it. If you follow in that, he said that nobody reached out to him. But what we're saying to your question that maybe we are being paid or we are being sponsored, no. Through our advocacy, Councillor Crow and I, maybe you will see me on Facebook. But we don't go for that because tomorrow we will do something that we will checkmate him. We got to tell him, say, oh, Councillor Crow, with all due respect, you have an elder, but this is where you fall short. And it does not
But
mean
you think in that entire audit report he did not fall short in any way?
well, the first thing is we have not come to speak or to condemn the
The audit?
GSC report. No,
Okay.
that's not
But
the issue.
okay,
The issue here is organization that's supposed to speak on behalf of every citizen. The CITA. CITA gave different report, different version of what the GSC said. And now you come in and the GSC said no response from what? The entity. So it means the entity got the minister, the deputy minister for administration, the assistant minister, the controller, the everybody. So the team were not, in country to respond to the GSC report
Not
because they said they
inquiries?
were or inquiry, but they said they were no. But now they're coming now to single out and say, Council Cry, you are the one. If they are said with the same way the GSC went,
And the people
that could be
say what the unit does, the commander is
no,
responsible.
but Maga in this kind of area and how in that what a commander, I mean a unit does, the commander got to take responsibility
So you
for.
want to be like in the
Because
case where
yeah,
during the audit on the internal audit agency, for example, the controller, the former controller is inducted as we speak.
mm,
The is it director general?
yeah,
Yes, standing
standing.
forth and all these people standing. So you mean it should be holistic instead of just singling out the minister? Is that what you're saying?
That's the right thing because all the people were employed by the president or whosoever. So Councillor Crowd does not have the mantle authority over them to say do this or take this money and give it to me. Because all of the people you're talking about, they are professional people. They know their ethics.
You should be
So,
approving some of these payments if they were as minister.
well, there's something can happen there. That minister will take, will supervise. And in this compliance, the compliance is not a financial report. That's what we're saying, that we are not focused, we're not talking about the GSC report, but we're talking about this misinformation outside there that public should now, consume. Let there be a as it is, because you can come to administration, to an entity, for example, here, and then I just say that one person get everything. How sure? And when the audit is saying different thing, then I come up with to say different thing. That's why we come in, we say, no, this is not how it should be. Let's do it like this and understand that the GSC report have been done. The GSC report speaks about the non-compliance, which, some administrative issue. It can be true that, there were non-compliance or something, but it will again serve as the deterrent to the minister that is in control now. Mr. Minister, we do not want to be coming here with the non-compliance issue. This is how it's supposed to do. Then they put in corrective measure, how the GSC reports speak about. But they come in now.
As an independent group, Moses, have you guys been able to talk with the minister to have a conversation with Councillor Cry?
One thing we did is when any information we get on you, Ansu, we will verify. We will reach out to you, either through your WhatsApp, through your phone call, telephone call, or even we come to you, we invite you. If you deem it necessary, you can come. If you don't come, we'll still talk on the phone. Now, with the issue of Councillor Kra, we call him on telephone. We say, Minister, now you are minister. You former minister at the Post and Telecommunication, and now you are Minister of Labor. We've been following your record. That we do not expect this kind of news to come where you work. Why you think about it? Yes, we said that honestly. And you will be very happy to get he respond to us. He said, gentlemen, I believe in transparency. I work for integrity. And I want my people, like all of you, the young people, to benefit your resources because the country is for everybody. Why would I alone take the kind of money and sit on it to strangulate the people, to strangulate the ministry? No, it is not true. What you're hearing out there, it is not true. Then we said, if it is not true, what your opinions to the GSC report? The GSC said non-compliance. Are you agree that there was some missteps with administrative issue or procedural errors? He alluded to that. He said, "Oh yeah, it's possible that some should be because at that time, 2023, the political issue was so high. Where in fact he went to visit to have a meeting with a political party. He came by, he saw a letter of dismissal right on his desk. So the people were doing that political thing instead of professional work. They were all doing that political thing. Let them make this to look. For Kubo Crack and so Kubo Crack to be looked at in a public like a bad person, like a corrupt person. So that's was their intention. And it will interest you to know that when Councillor Kra was leaving, when he was sacked as the Minister of Posts and Telecommunication, they were in power. CDC were in power. CDC has everything to bring Councillor Kra to book if they feel that what we are saying it is not true. To bring him to book and say, Councillor Kra, during your regime, this is what you did. And it would have given them more leverage, political leverage, because he's serving as the national chairman for the MDR and supporting the Unity Party that for minimal case force. So that would have brought his integrity at stake at that point. And who knows that Unity Party may have not gone to to be victorious because they're going to weaken them from that perspective. Because we ourselves we do not accept or will not accept some corrupt person to be in leadership. It didn't happen. To just tell you that all these things they are passing around with, giving reports, so writing all the kind of newspaper is still politically motivated, driven. So Councillor Kra is actually what I'm saying here in nutshell is we are not come to say Councillor Kra is 100% or he was 100% perfect, but to this at this detriment of our resources in the country's resources for somebody one person like Councillor Kra to sit over it and then strangulate the entire country, we will not sit and look at it, and we will not preach for him on that. But what we're saying is let everything clear with the transparency and accountability, because we need tomorrow down to settle a record for our people. Councillor Kra now is not working for money. He's working for integrity. And all of us should be working now for integrity, because who knows, the bigger picture is ahead. So that's what we did not stop on, or we are not beginning on Councillor Kra's advocacy. No, we are talking about the country's benefit.
Okay, gentlemen. So let's see whether we can now make this interactive. Yeah, you can call us on 0777 2859 61. It is the mail number. 0777 2859 61.
The female number 0770202579.
So you listen to Emmanuel and Moses this morning right here on the Truth Breakfast Show. You can have to say you can talk to them 0777 285961 and be live right here on Truth FM. So let's see what I can get the phone. All right.
Okay.
0777, we have our first caller. Good morning. Go ahead. From where?
Yes.
Okay, go ahead. Let's hear you.
What a question?
Oh, okay. All right. The posted that
So
independent.
the difference is that the report in Dr. Samuel 12 was a financial audit report at the FRA. The traces were all there that there was some millions of dollars transferred to the FRA accounts and withdrawn on the same day. So these are huge suspicious transaction, which call the GSC attention to do that report, that audit. So yeah, so that's the difference.
Good morning.
Good morning. Good morning to the studio and good morning to the listening audience. This is what El Father going my resident this morning. I found my body in studio explaining about the Minister of Kokokula relating to the former work area at the Ministry of Posts and Telecommunication. My intention have been June, and our ministry were established and they were organized by Mr. Kokokula. And the assistant minister for administration who were making you were also a key mentor on the Kokokula. And the controller, the former controller was there. We were changed by the minister at that time on Kokokula and the controller who were working with him. All of them were very concerned in the near venue for into corruption for 1 million unfair because he had control over the controller, he had control over some extensive ministry and other things for that matter. So them on the cover for defense are monitoring on the good show. They go down and led the way into ban very well. But people will be coming up to analyze defending the going as an independent group. And I think they are independent people. We have found the history of the program and the level of work and the way you present as a lawyer. Stand lawyer, so they should come up because they want to have interest in that always occur. So I want to tell them that we are finding the issue.
Okay.
Thank you.
All right. Thanks for participating. Good morning, Jallah. Good morning.
Crash.
Yeah. 077-285961. The number
770-202-579.
Go ahead. Good morning.
Good morning. Good morning, Marka.
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. I want to make a contribution to this. I listened to the studio guest. They have spoken well. But what we need to do is we need to be careful with people character in this country, especially when it comes to report time. The issue that were raised against Council of Kura. I think when Council of Kura was dismissed from the Ministry of Post at that time, people had sufficient time to go and do compliance audit and all of those things. And if there were financial mismanagement or money taken from the ministry, there was time to bring it out and it would make a very good news. It would be a plus against the Unity Party at the time, like they still get as fair. However, with this issue, Councilor Kura said it clear on School FN. Why is it that you will be doing an audit? The man didn't travel out of the country. The man was here, but he was never contacted. And everybody that was there, they couldn't respond to those things. Documents that were requested for, they couldn't provide this document. And then this whole thing went on without any notice to the councilor. And Councilor Kura law firm, it just write Egyptian, the Post and Telecommunication Ministry, and they were sent right to the law firm there, and he was never contacted. So I think people are just trying to smell people's character. But moving forward, this is what I also want to see, that journalists in this country or media institutions in this country, they should be very careful when it comes to publication, especially how they carry on their report, how they bring people name to the public. But what I see is that most of the newspapers want to sell their paper, so they got to tie another person character to it or tie some new person name to it so that people can buy their paper. But with the clarification that the minister made on Spoon FN, I think surely it was clear, and I think surely that this whole thing about Council of Kura is just politically driven.
Okay, let's just wait the next caller. Oh no, it's not good for us. So sorry, it's not good for us. You cannot be by a monitor. Good morning. One more, then we get back to the guests so we can wrap up. 077-285961. 071 number, you're live. Go ahead. Yeah, yes, sir.
Yes, sir. My name is Kobasumi, and I'm from my commander. I'm a former Kiddo officer. I want to greet Emmanuel and his colleagues Kiddo. And I want to say thank you to them for taking the balls there. I do all the radio topics on everything when it comes to what is important. For me, I see those people who are speculating about speculation because there's no facts or evidence to support any allegation that they are making against the councillor that he was involved with mismanagement of such a huge money. But I think people who, like those who are sitting there at their newspapers, sometimes they look for sensational headlines. Like, probably those who they feel that maybe when they appear on our newspaper, people will rush on to buy, more, to buy it. But I think that the due diligence wasn't done, because if you say you are auditing me or auditing where I work and I'm in country, I think it is something that there is a story or even request me to provide documents, to substantiate any defense or claims that I will be making to, but you guys just went, they did their own thing and just publish information that is now verified or that is not authenticated. So for me, I see that as a complete scheme. So they have to stop it.
Okay.
In my mind, I think he's someone of a very impeccable character, and he's one of the statement of this country that.
Why? We lost him.
Yeah, thank you.
We have to go.
I don't have the luxury of time. You guys just use every minute, 3 minutes to close, gentlemen.
Okay. So, in the first place, let me respond to Water.
Domain relevant.
No, I forgot to respond to him. Let me respond to Water. Water Dolo. Frank Dolo. Talk about Councillor Cooper Kura remove the accountant, controller, and that of the council. No. When Councillor Cooper Kura was removed, or when he was dismissed by President George Weah at the time, after his departure from the ministry, is where the Deputy Minister for Administration, Melvin Yedu, he removed all these people. But it was not Councillor David Klua. If you follow the transparency record of Councillor David Klua in a recent case, Ministry of Labour is the first government spending agency that generated 5 million within the period of 6 months. So compare it with a dormant institution of post and telecommunication where there is no revenue to be generated. How possible it is? Even if you read this entire GSC report talk about management, if you talk about management, it's not an individual you are addressing. You are addressing institution. So you cannot hold Councillor Kobokura responsible, even with all the kind of lapses within the GSC report pertaining to that agency or that ministry, rather. Talking about there was no one turn out to respond, no compliance, this, that, say you need the rest of it. So if you're doing your publication and mention individuals, because Councillor Kobokura was not only the minister that served within this period of time we're talking about, from 2018 to 2023, was not only Councillor Kobokura. When he got dismissed, another minister took over for him. There was a transition, and there was a document taken over to that ministers, which was what they say about Doma. So why will you, Doma? Why will you come from? We're looking on news, to do publication. Anyway, the business had to go. We understand the country how people had to empower themselves by creating false publicity. At least when a recognized person within a society photo is there, so that people can have interest for it. But we want to give you the assurance that this information you are getting regarding about the minister is not factual, it's far away from the truth. In fact, it's need not to be listened to. And just encouraging this Telegram news agency so that they can repay the people money that they used to buy. Anyway, it's $40. They had to pay back the people money because the information.
Accusation against the paper.
No. Professional journalism, I think this is what you are doing, right? You have to, when somebody bringing an allegation to you, not about paying money to you. But what require most, I come in. I come in. No, but they are not quoting. GSA reports management. They did not say Councillor Kopo Kula. Then they saying Councillor Kopo David Kula. How do you comprehend that?
You are the head of the management.
Okay, I come in. No, I come in. No, there's a government institution. Councillor Kopo Kula left, another minister came. So if they tell you management, it is not Councillor Kopo Kula.
So some of the key issues concerning that audit is that, which I partly agree with you, is why even if they did not get to Councillor Kura, those in charge, why they didn't respond to the GSC inquiries?
Okay, very good. That's a question.
Some of the issues.
That's a question. So even if you say management, will you be held responsible for management?
No.
The agency discussing it is talking about institution. So whatever the institution, whether it's good or bad, it is not an individual. That is thing. So saying you have another minister going, another minister coming, and you just target one person because you want for your newspaper to go, that is wrong. We got to stop that. And we have to make a strong recommendation to PUL to take this into consideration, that people who involve or institutions that involve into the kind of thing, at least they should revoke their lesson. That is not welcoming for our country.
I'm not sure. I'm not sure whether the PUL is giving journalists lessons.
No, many the association, right?
Yeah. However,
association. So they deny you. They should deny you.
Your membership or suspend your membership.
Yeah.
But they give you lessons. So
So yes, even from here, we will also be communicating with Ministry of Information, the Minister proper as well, regarding about this. The 4 publications giving false information to the public, that's alone creating problem for our country. We need a very serious awareness about that.
Thank you, Moses. Please close in 30 seconds, please. We don't have time now.
Thank you, Marcus. Thank you to my brother and friend, Emmanuel Biago. He laid it well. Institution, like we were saying, Councillor Cooper W. Cross Senior, he came from the traditional background that respects for rule and law. I mean, a rule of law. And proud to that, and he make himself and seeing himself as a legal person. So therefore, he suits in that region, in that area of rule of law. We will encourage everybody to follow the right way. If you are publishing your newspaper or whatever, you should have the content correctly before you can go into that. We don't want for it to hit the public, then you go back, you say, oh, I'm sorry, you just go and appeal to the man on the cover. No. So it is wrong of that, and we are against this kind of blackmailing. Well, the other issue is, before I close, as Ansu, I sent you a picture. I sent you a picture that those children are very deformed. And I'm using the word deformity in a very guarded way, because if you see those children, you will not feel that they are human beings. You think that they are ghosts. So we are also encouraging everybody, and that child in the district number 9, the representative of Honorable Tawongbe. You know, that's the place the child is. I mean, the children
are from District 9?
Yeah, they are from District 9.
That's my district.
Okay, but they are from Gray Township. You know, Gray is also in District 9.
Yeah.
So we are him and to every government official, even philanthropist, to see reasons how we can, contribute towards the children's life and bring the peace and happiness they also deserve. So I want to say thank you for that, for giving us this opportunity. I know that the public have learned our nation and our clarity. Councillor Cooper Cross stands for peace. He stands for integrity. He stands for accountability. So we will not come here to blackmail him just because we want to get money, or people will not go and blackmail him just because of political reasons so they can take him from ministry and put somebody of their interest. Those are just politics that we don't want to be going through, because this is our country. It's for all of us. So thank you. In the midst of all, the country first.
Absolutely. Thank you for that. Yes, in the midst of all, country first. Thank you ever so much, gentlemen. Moses Wonsia and Emmanuel Biago have been our guest here on the TBS this morning on the last segment. We hope to be here again tomorrow for the weekend's edition. It has been a nice presentation this morning. AnsuSirleaf, Marka Davis, Henry Jallah has been behind the cameras, carrying us live on Real TV/FM on Facebook. Yes, to all of you who called this morning, thank you. If you didn't get through, tomorrow try again. The number of persons listening and have interest to call, we normally will not have the time to pick everyone. But we appreciate the fact that you always following the show and making attempts to call. Thanks so much. Do have yourself a wonderful Thursday. Bye-bye.